Veterans who get caught in a rumination spiral, this video is for you. My name is Melissa. I'm a veteran and I'm a therapist, and I've dedicated my page on here to help you guys navigate your internal world, not be scared of it and not be confused by it. So this one's about rumination. First and foremost, when you are in a rumination spiral, like thought after thought after thought after thought, feeds the next, feeds the next, feeds the next. And it tends to revolve around like shame or guilt, fear. Those are the emotions that really feed any kind of trauma loop, any kind of mental illness. Those are the ones that are going to feed it. So first and foremost, you have to become aware of it. This is a hard thing to do for people, because when you are in a rumination spiral, you are in a hypnotic trance. That's why it kind of feels good. You're in a trance. It's like, yeah, this feels nice. It's strange that it feels nice because it like makes you feel like shit. But the actual physical sensation of it, if you were to like jolt yourself out of it or pull yourself away from it, it almost feels like you don't want to, in a way, which is the same kind of feeling that you feel when you're like fighting with a partner or something like that. It's like, I can't stop, but I want to stop. The reason it feels so good to not feel good and you want to stop but you can't is because you've paved that pathway so many times. It is the comfort zone. Imagine if you've walked the same path over and over and over again. That's just what you do. It's easier. You don't have to use as much brain power, as much energy. So it really saves on bandwidth in the long run, or at least that's how your mind views it. You gotta yank that rumination out of the driver's seat and you gotta hop back in it. Once you recognize that you're in it, notice where your eyes are looking, physically looking, like your gaze. Notice. When people are processing information, they retrieve the information by looking at a certain location. And depending on the location that you're looking at, you're going to be retrieving the information from a specific lens, from a specific perspective, with a specific emotional charge behind it. So when you notice where you're looking, hold that spot. Hold that spot and stare at that spot in the room for a good 20 minutes. I'm not even joking. What you might uncover when you're doing this is that memories may flood in, physical sensations may increase briefly. You may notice nothing. Some people describe a reel, like a movie reel happening. What you are doing when you're staring at the spot is you're letting the loop complete itself. And you're also allowing the highest version of you, the most wise version of you, to come in and naturally neutralize the emotional charge off of it. The only reason it's emotionally charged is because there's a part of you that's still there, reliving the scene in the way that you experienced it, holding on to that emotion, and it's still looping there. So when you hold the spot, you're actually opening up. You're like, imagine in the movie Inside Out, you're holding a ball of memory. You're opening it up, and you're allowing your wise self to come in and be like, oh, that's what happened. That's what happened. Okay, that's not true. Da, 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 da. Boom, close. And all of this happens in an unconscious way. You will not be consciously aware of yourself doing this. So you literally, all you have to do is hold the physical spot in the room where you're looking. If you notice physical sensations increase, there's nothing to be afraid of. If you start getting scared, that is what's going to feed any kind of negative anything. So if you frame it like, okay, I'm going to allow my mind and my body complete the loop. I'm just gonna hold my gaze. That's all I have to do, and it's gonna do it for me. So all I gotta do is hold the gaze and stay as relaxed as I can and just hold it there for 20 minutes, or as long as you want. You can do it for 2 minutes and build up to it.